Welcome to day 7 of my 10-day Pilates tone challenge. Today we're doing our advanced lower body tone workout. We'll be challenging our glutes, hamstrings, and thighs with more advanced controlled movements to sculpt and strengthen, while also using deep core muscles to stabilize. If you're following along for the challenge, congrats on making it to day 7. And if you're here just for a standalone workout, this is great for an advanced lower body workout as well. This one is going to get spicy, so wear something comfortable, grab your mat, no equipment needed, and let's get started. Starting today standing, we're gonna do our squat and kick back. So coming down nice and low in your squat, back stays flat, extend one leg straight back and kick, other leg straight back, we kick, and then extend the legs long. When you're extending and kicking, we want to use the core and the stabilizing leg to keep the pelvis really still in space. So again, we come down in our squat, we extend one leg back and kick to the sky, other leg back, kick to the sky, and then extend the legs all the way back up. Again, we come down, stabilizing through the hips, we extend one leg straight back and kick, other leg straight back, kick to the sky, and rise all the way back up to standing. Again, your goal here is keeping the pelvis and the spine really still. You'll notice it's a lot of core work, deep core work, and then a lot of work through that stabilizing leg. So the one that's not kicking needs to work to, again, keep the body really, really still. We've got 20 more seconds here. I want you to think of drawing the navel to the spine here as we connect into deep core muscles, almost like you're zipping up a really, really tight zipper, again, to support with the stability through the pelvis. Last one here. Awesome work. We're gonna go into our half pistol squat. So again, this is our advanced version. So we're gonna turn it up a bit. So bringing your left leg out in front of you, we can keep a bend through that knee. We're gonna come down into a single leg squat. So bending through your right knee to come down. We can find about 45. We're working towards 90 degrees at the knee. So coming down as low as you can and exhale to root down into that right heel to rise. Again, we're using still that left hip flexor and quad to stabilize and keep that left leg up. But of course, most of the work here is going on through that right quad and glute. Keeping back flat, so there's a slight hinge in the hips as we come down into that squat. Again, exhale, root down into that right heel, inhale to lower. We use our core to stabilize here as well. Again, finding stability through the pelvis and the spine in neutral. Can we keep that knee up? Keep that balance. And we're going to be using the muscles in the feet as well on that stabilizing leg, on that right leg. Working through feet muscles is a bit underrated. It's really important to prevent injury and find stability. One more here. And then we're going to go over to the other side. So left foot comes down, ankle under hip. We bring that right leg up. And then again, inhale to lower, bending through that left knee, exhale to rise. The goal again is to come as close to 90 degrees at that left knee as possible, but as long as you're getting to 45, I'm happy, 45 degrees at the knee. So that's gonna probably look like if your knee is up almost at hip height, the leg that's up, the knee should come close to in line. That's probably gonna be about your 45 there. Inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Again, we root down into that left heel now to rise. Keeping the back flat, there's a slight hinge in the hip, so chest towards the floor slightly as we come down. We're almost there. Give me 15 more seconds here. No repeats in this exercise, so this is the last time we're gonna do it. Let's finish strong. Again, finding lots of range, coming down nice and deep in those squats. Last 5 seconds. Ooh, awesome work. Really feeling that glute medius working. Awesome work, you guys. We're gonna go into our high half toe. So standing feet hip width distance apart. Come onto your toes, pressing equally into all 4 balls of the feet. And then we're gonna come down nice and low in a squat. So I really wanna see lots of depth. With the heels up, we have more range because our ankle joint is not preventing us in any way. As we inhale, we come down nice and low. Exhale, root down into the toes and the balls of the feet to rise back up. Keep those heels nice and high. And again, we're keeping the back flat, so there's going to be a slight hinge in the hips as we come down. And we come all the way back up to standing. Again, we're using some balance here to keep those heels high. We're starting to really feel the quads and the calves working, and a bit of core work, a little bit just as a stabilizer to again maintain stability through the spine in neutral. Last 10 seconds here. Again, inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Awesome work. We're going to burn it out here. So we're going to come down nice and low. We stay low in our squat, and then we're going to lower and lift through the heels for calf raises. Exhale, rise, inhale, lower. Back stays flat here. So again, there's a slight hinge in the hip, chest to the floor slightly. And again, pressing equally into the four balls of the feet. So when the ankles come up, the middle of the ankle should be in line with the middle toe. So they're not going out or in towards the midline. And try not to let gravity just drop the heels down. We control down, so control in both directions. And again, you'll notice a little bit of core work here to stabilize. I want you to think of drawing navel to spine. Back is flat, so again, hinge in the hips. Exhale, rise, inhale, lower. 20 more seconds. We've got this. Can we relax the shoulders away from the ears? Keep the chest proud. Draw shoulder blades together. Again, abs work to stabilize. Can we get a little bit deeper in that squat? Awesome work, everyone. Woo, that's a burner. Let's come down onto our side body. So starting on our right side, we're going to go into the more advanced version of our side leg series. So again, having your right elbow underneath your right shoulder, bottom knee bent, so right knee bent to stabilize. Lift your hips up in the air. So it's going to be a lot more work here through the core and the glutes. And then we're going to go into those boxes. I know everyone loved the boxes from the intermediate version, so they're back. And a little bit harder again with the hips up. So we'll do the boxes first, forward, down, back, and up. Forward, down, back, and up. And as we're drawing those distinct lines in the box, we keep the hips really still in space. So again, in this advanced version of side lying series, the hips are up in the air, which is going to be more work on both left and right glute medius, and then a bit of work through your obliques to prevent against the shifting and tilting in the pelvis. Awesome work. We're going to do 20 more seconds here with the boxes in this direction, and then we're going to do 60 seconds in the other direction, and that's it for our side leg series before we go on to the other side. So again, 10 more seconds in this direction. Yep, it's really starting to burn. Woo, and then other direction. So then we go forward, up, back, and down. If you need a quick break, just pause the video for a few seconds and then let's get right back into it, or we just keep pushing through. Again, other direction, still keeping the hips up nice and high so that the spine stays in line in neutral. Again, not dropping the hips down because then we'll lose that nice neutral spine. Can we bring the leg all the way up to hip height when we come up to the top of the box? We're almost there. 20 more seconds on this side. Push through it, breathe through it. I know it's burning. And I'm sorry to add this in, but can we find a nice straight leg? So squeeze that quad. Almost there. Last 10 seconds. Breathe through it. We've got this. We've got this. Woo. Oh my goodness. Yep. The left glute is feeling it. Let's go over to the other side. Feeling the heat as well. Let's bring the left elbow underneath the left shoulder. Again, bottom knee, left knee stays bent for support. We extend that top leg up. We're gonna lift the hips up in the air so we have a nice long line through the spine. And then again, we start with those boxes up, forward, down, and back. 60 seconds in each direction. As we get fatigued, the natural sort of reaction is to speed up the reps, to try to speed through the pain. But this is timed. We're not doing a number of reps. We're doing an amount of time. So I want you to try to slow down the reps when they get harder, which will inevitably help to keep good form and then also be able to concentrate on the movements a little bit better. Let's do 20 more seconds. Again, if you need to pause just for a quick 5-second break, you do that because we have 60 more seconds in the other direction, or we power through this and we just feel the burn, enjoy the burn, accept it for what it is, and keep going. A couple more seconds in this direction and then we're gonna switch it up. Okay, last 60 seconds of this glute series. We're almost there. Again, slow it down if you need to. Let's try to push through. I know it burns, but this side series, especially in this advanced modification with the hips up, is such an effective workout to build our glutes. So let's really try to push through here. We're almost there. 30 more seconds. Breathe through it. Last 20 seconds here. You can do this. Last 10. We're lying on our backs after this. Really sweating. I know, feeling the heat. Last 3, 2, and release. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for putting you guys through that, but also I'm not sorry because we just built a ton of strength through our glutes and shape and tone. And of course, you know, glutes are great for posture, not just for aesthetics. So hate me now, but love me later. Okay, as promised, coming onto our backs, which is a nice rest at first, but it's gonna get heated up again. We're gonna go into single leg glute bridges. So right heel underneath right knee, left leg in tabletop. We're gonna articulate our spine all the way up onto the shoulders into shoulder bridge, and then articulate all the way back down. So I want you to keep your shoulder blades and shoulders heavy on the mat behind you. So keep the collarbone wide as we tuck the tailbone under, peel the spine up one vertebrae at a time. And with the left leg up, let's put a bit of attention on the hip. So making sure your left and right hip bones stay in line and level. So that's going to use a little bit more oblique work and a bit more work on that stabilizing that right leg. And I really want you to focus on that fluidity, especially near the pelvis and the lower back, where naturally in our low back, we have that anterior tilt, the arch. It's really a lot of core work and a lot of control to find that articulation. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Let every vertebrae come down on its own. Give each a chance. And then again, feel your lower back connect to the mat before you tilt to neutral at the bottom. So from here, we're gonna keep our shoulder bridge, extend that left leg up to the sky, point the toe, squeeze the quad, and then lower and lift the hip. So coming down just before your hips touch the mat, and then root down into that right heel to rise all the way up, like you're trying to poke the ceiling above you. 40 more seconds here. Again, are we keeping the left and right hip bone level, in line, and keeping the shoulders, the shoulder blades heavy and flush to the mat? So nice proud chest, drawing the ribs down and in, especially as we lift the hips up on that exhale, using our core to draw the ribs in and keep the hips stable, the pelvis still. Last 10 seconds here. Let's finish strong. Whew, that's a good burn for the glutes. Let's come all the way back down, and then bringing your right leg up to tabletop. We're gonna do everything on the other side. So again, we find that articulation. Your left heel is underneath your left knee. And again, I want you to really tuck the tailbone under, peel the spine up as we come up, squeeze the glute at the top, and then slowly scoop back down, imprint back to neutral. – 30 more seconds here. Again, we're keeping shoulders heavy behind us, hip bones in line, and keeping that fluidity through the spine. Awesome work here. Last 15 seconds. From here, we're gonna come all the way back up to our shoulder bridge, draw the ribs down and in, extend that right leg to the sky, and then let's go into those lifts and lowers, lowering the hips just before they hit the mat, and then exhale all the way up. Again, like you're poking the ceiling. Can we keep a bit of work through that right quad to keep the leg nice and straight? Again, drawing the ribs down in and at the top, engage the core, squeeze your glute at the top. We're almost there. Awesome work. Let's come all the way down. We'll just hug the knees into the chest for a quick recovery. Maybe drawing some circles with the knees. And then when you're ready, bringing the feet back onto the mat in front of you. You're going to walk the heels a little bit closer to you this time. Come into a high half toe on that right foot, lifting through the right heel. And then we're going to come all the way up into our shoulder bridge. From here, we're going to go into a lift and lower through that right heel. Again, pressing equally into the two balls of the feet on that right foot. Exhale, lift the heel, inhale, lower. Your goal here is to keep the hips still and find that full range through the right ankle. So coming all the way up and then gently letting the heel come down, not allowing gravity to just drop the heel down on the floor. Keeping left knee stacked over left knee. Exhale to lift the heel, draw the ribs down and in to feel the core turn on. 20 more seconds here. Awesome work. And then from here, keeping left leg in tabletop and keeping right heel up in our high half toe, we're going to go into some lifts and lowers with the hips. Again, same focus as our lifts and lowers before. I want you to keep shoulders heavy, hip bones in line, and draw the ribs down and in as we lift the hips all the way up. We're here for 60 seconds as well. Almost there. Last few seconds. And coming all the way back down. Whew. And to end off today, we're going to do everything on the other side. So bringing that left foot a little bit closer to the body, right leg up in tabletop. Bring your left heel up nice and high half toe. And then coming all the way up into our shoulder bridge, we go into those lifts and lowers through the left heel. Inhale to lower the heel, exhale to lift all the way up. Again, finding full range, controlling the heel down to the mat. Hip bones stay in line, collarbone stays wide. We're almost there. We have one more exercise after this one, and then we're going to stretch. You guys are doing awesome. We're halfway there. Stay strong. Awesome work. And then keeping that left heel up, let's go into those lifts and lowers through the hips, going halfway down and then all the way up, rooting down into the left balls of the feet. We've got this. Let's keep that left heel high. This is our last exercise of the day. Let's push through it. As you exhale, we lift the hips up nice and high, draw the ribs in. Last 30 seconds of work. It's burning, I know. Last 20 seconds, we've got this. Awesome work. We are done our advanced lower body workout. Take a minute here. Let's just draw some circles through the knees, releasing the hips and the lower back. You should be so proud of yourself for getting through this. This was very challenging. Let's do circles with the knees in the other direction. And then extending your left leg long. Hug just the right knee in, and then we'll extend the right leg long. First, just pointing and flexing through that right foot, finding length and a stretch through the calf and hamstring. And then we'll draw some circles with the ankle, just a few in each direction. And other direction with our ankle circles. And then bending through that right knee, cross the right leg over the body to the left side, reaching your right arm out, just finding a nice spine twist here. And when you're ready, switching over to the other side, first hugging the left knee in, and then we extend that left leg long up to the sky. First, just pointing and flexing through the foot, finding length again through the back of the leg, and as we point through the top of the foot. And then a few ankle circles in each direction. And we'll switch the direction. And let's find that spine twist. So again, bending through your left knee, crossing that left knee to the right side of the body as we reach left arm long. And just take a couple breaths here. And just coming onto our stomachs, we're gonna do my favorite stretch to the hip flexors and quads. First, kicking your right heel to your right hip, holding the top of that right foot as we tuck the tailbone under to really lengthen through that right hip flexor. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Left heel to hip, tuck the tailbone under. And on your exhale, pressing back, hips to heels into our shell stretch. And on your next exhale, restacking through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Again, thank you so much for joining me for this very challenging